Greetings. Hey, everybody. It's a late night tonight, but I do want to come in. So if you are listening at the replay, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thanks for being here. But I felt like coming on tonight and just continue to talk about our upcoming year. It came on at 11:11 on Tuesday night. Wow. Oh man, that is something that's unique. But yeah, but I have my family over here. I hope that you guys are still. We were talking before I came on. I want to talk to you tonight about your 2025 plan above all plans, and that's your plan. So, I have been talking about this month and pretty much last month I've been talking about everybody speaking of just being doing something because of we're in a different there's a lot of changes that's going to happen in 2025 that we're not certain about. But however, we're not certain about some of the things that's going to take place, but you can get prepared for them as we speak. So you can prepare for your next move, your next business, your next idea, your next success, whatever you want to do. It's the ball is all up to you. The ball is in your court. It's all up to you, whatever you want to do through the grace of God and through, your higher power, whatever you so shall do and whoever you shall serve. So what I do want to say to you is learning how, having another source of revenue, income streams, and those things is very important too. But what are you purposefully here to do? What's your purpose in life? What is that mission, and what is that God-giving reason that you breathe, that you are breathing, that you exist, that you are here on this planet Earth? Do you know it? If you don't know it, well, learn how get to know it. But I'm willing to bet you, most of you that don't know why you were here and why you were born, I'm willing to bet you were born to make a difference in somebody's world, in somebody's life. And I'm willing to bet you, under the sound of my voice, that you've already tapped into what you know what you need to do, but you're just not doing it. I'm willing to bet you on that. So anyway, we're not going to get into all of that. That'll be a whole video that'll be a motivational video for another day. Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? So what I do want to say to you tonight is we want to talk about a few things. Having that, building that business, building that having that extra stream of income, building legacies, and building your next move, making your next move in life, building that empire. Okay, so because it's late and some of you are over here live watching me, thank you so much for being here. We won't talk too long tonight, but here again, I do want to say thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you, because you can be any place else. And so, what I'm going to talk about tonight, first of all, is those opportunities that you may not be aware of, or you may have just not consciously really thought about them long and hard. And a few of those is just how you can make money with your business, just how you can, without getting a bank loan, how can you have money for your business? And I have I did a workbook, and I not a workbook. I got a whole little, actually it was a little mini course. If you want it, you can go to pushthedream.com and get it there. And it's called your business blueprint, your business credit blueprint. And that will help you to get funding for your business without, you know, some of you want it through grants, but we'll talk about it in a few minutes. But that is the way to help you get funding for your business. And you don't have, you may not have a whole lot of money to come out of your pocket and do it, because you're going to need it for different things, growing your inventory and all these other things that you may need. Your business, may need money to start your business, and you probably don't have it. Well, the window of opportunities will be closing, and it's, shall I say, tightening up soon, because of the new administration and all of these uncertainties. in the market and things on the tariffs. I know you've been hearing a lot about tariffs, and yes, they are real, they are true. Things will go up. The normal things that you use, because plastic is one of the main things that will increase, and plastic is really manufacturing, and it creates and is used for a lot of other things. So that means the cost in business, of course, that the costs have to go somewhere. The cost will not be eaten up. The business will not eat up the cost. The cost is going to go to the consumer, which is you, me, and everybody else that purchase goods and services. So, with that being said, is you're going to have another way of having more money to pay for your services and your goods. It's going to be a serious issue of for its supply and demand right about now or right about next year. So you want to be prepared for that. So let's go ahead and get into some of the things that I can share with you that I do. I haven't been following the posts on, and then I do know that you need to make sure that you are aware of out here. Okay. One thing in business, you you can prepare yourself and you will be good, I feel, if you will structure and plan your business out. Hands down, there's no other way to do it. And that includes a lot of things, but we will talk about only a few tonight. A few things planning wise is having your structure together. Yeah, that's just a given. I'm gonna always say that. Having your structure of your business together on point, having it jam up. Yes, that is. And when I say jam up, you have come up with your name that you don't have to worry about somebody taking from you, or you don't have to worry about infringing on someone else's trademark. Yes, you need to research that. Go to this trademark office when you're coming up with a name. You can go to the government office, go in and do a search on your own to see if that name has been taken. If it has not been taken, it's yours for the asking. It's yours for the taking and the asking. And so once you do that, you can get yourself prepared for setting yourself up for success. Now, there's a lot of secrets if you want. I wouldn't say secrets. Let's just say there's a lot of information in my that business credit, the business credit guide that I have. But let me see, what did I name it? I'm gonna let you see. Okay, it is the step by step business blueprint. No, that's not one. Yeah, but I do have a step by step business blueprint that is no charge to you. If you want it, it's yours for the taking. And I got a few things free for you too as well. But the one that your business credit, I'm sorry, your biz credit guide, and it's originally $197. It's only $47. But that one I have all of that information in it. You just have to go to when you go to the pushyourdream.com, you can go to, let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I can put it. I can probably go back and put it in the let me see. I can go back and put it in my let's see here. I'm gonna go and put it. Yeah. Let's see, I probably can put it on here while I'm online with y'all. I can do it. Yeah. Let me see. I can do it. But what I was saying was I am going to do that. Let's see. It will have, you don't have to have a loan, because you can establish your business credit. And it's not that you can't do it. It's just a lot of times we just don't know what we don't know, right? Okay. All right, that's it. Okay, I put that link there. And we don't know what we don't know. And hey, how you doing? We don't know what we don't know. And then when we don't know anything, we're thinking that it's impossible for us to have it. But it's not impossible for us to have. Okay. We just don't know the information. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about with that is having uh, this everything is that is going to require you the basic setup of business, like having your 411 number, having some things that's going to set your business apart, and you're going to look the part because you're going to operate like a business. You're not going to be out here trying to just start a business and you're the sole proprietor and you have no kind of structure. You don't have the basic things that they're looking for to give you credit. And sometimes even if you start off with your personal credit being as a guarantor for you, you can start off that way with maybe one thing that you may have to be a personal guarantor for. But if you establish yourself, you don't have to worry about that. Just think, if you just have to do that one time and then you build your business credit can stand on its own. So don't neglect that, and then just don't think that it's not possible for you to do it. Okay, for you to do it that way. So don't do that. And then the next thing along with that, getting funding for your business. We'll talk about grants in a few minutes, but getting a business grant, or getting grants out there. And I think the SBA was giving some business grants even from the disaster, but I think they have a hold on the funds because of Congress have not, given them the funds yet. So anyway, that is something that was in place for them too. But a lot of these programs that are out here now for small businesses, for you starting your business, is this a matter of you really taking action on doing the paperwork, taking action on giving them the information that they need, having that business plan? I stress that constantly. And I do have a free, I'm not asking you to purchase anything for me because I really want y'all to win. Your ultimate guide business plan. I do have a business plan guide that you can, let me see how many pages that thing have, because I worked on that a couple of months ago, and it is, it's complete. It's been complete, and it's been on my website for a minute. So it's about 25 pages, but all of it is not. It's just to basically show you what all you would need to have your business plan, because you don't have to have a 35, 45 page plan. But once you start writing your information, it just might turn out to be that amount. But you'll look and say, darn, I was working on this and man, I'm almost at 20, 30 pages. So that's the only way it will look like a lot. And then I also, in the back of it, I have a checklist of what you can go by to make sure that you have everything together and you'll stand up out, especially when you're getting ready to get a grant. So if you have all of those things on a checklist, it will help you stand out among the others that are applying for or have applied for the same grant that you have. Now, with the business credit, opportunities. And then also I put in there you have like, there's some secured credit cards that I think I put that in there too. I know I did. I put that into the whole bundle that I have for that too. So if you are one of the ones that want to get funding for your business, I would not pass that up. You can use grants too, but I would not pass that up. The information is there for you to learn how to do it yourself. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kevin. Yeah. So I appreciate that. So now let's get into talking about grants a little bit. Grants is money that you don't have to pay back. And a lot of times, if you are there's a free grant hub, I would say hubs that really have a host of grants, and it's going to require a little work of you. It's going to require you researching. In 2025, I will be doing classes on grants, but I not won't be writing any more grants for anyone. Not personally. It's time consuming. And I think that if we can work together collectively, those are some of the things I'm going to put in place only if the interest is there, because I won't be setting up a class and I don't have the interest there. So that is what I am going to do in 2025 with that, because it is great. It's a great opportunity. In the first quarter of the year, I will be speaking more and be talking to you more on grants. And if anybody is interested, they can connect with me and get in one of the workshops I do or whatever. I'm gonna probably do them virtually, and I may do one live. So I don't know how many I will do live within the year, but I do know I'm gonna do a lot of them virtual. So you need to stay connected if you want to learn more about that. That's coming up. And with grants, also, you have to be very, very unique. And I mentioned earlier, I think I was talking to you guys over here earlier. I mentioned about the grants. I mentioned about the grants being the grants being you know in technology. They're going to be a little, those will be, I think, a little lucrative in grant wise, because I say, how much of a difference is it from a LLC? A DBA is doing business as, that's what that means, and a LLC is your form, your your LLC is a limited liability company, and a DBA is, it has no, it's like a, still like a sole proprietor, really. And it really doesn't hold any weight. In When I say hold any weight, you're really not structured as a corporation when you said doing business as. I can say Sandy doing business as, I can say the push to dream doing business as, you know what I'm saying? So it's really not, it doesn't hold any weight in the business world. If you're going to build up business credit, you look like a sole proprietor. Yeah. So you might as well just do your LLC, pay for it, and then doing business as, you don't have to pay anything. So that's why, and it's just like a sole proprietor. So it's not going to benefit you. Yeah. Don't get into the mindset in 2025 of saying you don't want to spend money in your business. If you don't want to spend money in your business for your softwares, for any kind of things that you need to help with your operations in your business and to help automate your business, my golly, you don't need to be in business, period. Because of the fact that it won't benefit you. And it's not going to benefit you one way or the other. You know what I mean? It's like, if you don't want to pay for the software, if you don't want to pay for the things that's going to help you in business, my goodness, you're defeating the purpose. You really are. And I know things can be costly. And so this is why I'm talking to you about building up your business credit, is that. So there's going to be a lot of different ways. Just one size is not going to be able to fit all in 2025 for you trying to be successful out here in business. It's one size is just not going to do it. No. But thanks for that question, because I'm sure that somebody else might have had that same question. If any questions, I mean, as we're talking, I'll be glad to ask them, and I don't have to worry about asking them at the end. So, and let's talk about government contracts too. Government contracts. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Hella pain in my leg last few days. Ooh, 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 that feels so good. Okay, I had a pain in my leg a few days, but anyway, um, what you call it? What I was going to say? Oh yeah, government contracting. Now with government contracting, that's another thing. Uh, where I'm streaming on Facebook. Facebook too. Yeah. Yeah, Facebook as well. Mastering Healing at Home. Yep, Facebook. I'm streaming on that on my personal page and my business pages, and then I'm over here on TikTok and Bigo. Yeah, so I got a lot going on. And look, believe it or not, everybody's yeah. I got a few people over here overnight. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm up late tonight. I'm later than usual. Thank you. Thank you for being here on live. Yep, up later than usual. Yeah, so we were talking earlier before I came on, and we were just talking about the weather and where everybody was from. And so anyway, I decided I was gonna go live anyway. Yeah. So with the government contracting opportunities that will be in 2025. Like I said, you have to invest in your next level. You got to invest in your business. I know you spend money because the studies show. I see what's going on. The data is out here, y'all. Don't think that you're not being monitored. You are being monitored. I'm telling you, we know what you're doing. The marketers know what you're doing. Everybody is looking to see what the consumer is up to. We know what you are doing, okay? Oh, you do? Oh, okay. You snorting late also. Well, I'm gonna have to catch you then. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to start subscribing to your channel and I'm following you. Okay. And I love supporting others too. I love, because, we're all this thing together. Yes, we are. So, support people if you can out here. And if it's of interest to you, and if it's not, and if you know somebody that's have an interest of what someone else is saying and you see them, share the love. I promise you it'll come back to you tenfold, shaking down and running over. It will definitely come back to you. It really will. No joke. Okay. Yeah. Y'all excuse me. I just get my throat drinking some. I shouldn't be drinking some fruit punch. One of my favorite drinks. But I shouldn't be drinking that. This late. I probably won't go to bed. I gotta take my bath and get in bed. But anyway, what I was saying about the government contracts, you have to have a business plan. That would be and for grants too, you have to have a business plan. But for government contracting, you need a business plan to know what direction you're going to go in for yourself. With government contracting, they don't the federal government, they don't really so much as want to see your plan themselves, but you need to have a clear direction of where you're going to go, how you're going to take it, and what you're going to do with that particular opportunity that you have. So create your plan. If you need my services, I help you do that. But you need to create your plan. And now with government contracting, you need to learn how to communicate with your vendors. Learn how to talk to people. Learn how to write correspondence. Learn definitely reading. If you don't like reading, it's a wrap. You won't be getting any contracts. You got to read and you have to pay attention to detail. You have to make sure that and just remember what I said. I will not, in 2025, I will not be writing grants. I'll be doing mostly classes, and I definitely won't be working on contracts because what I'm finding out, I mean, I will help, and I will have a more of a class. It'll be more of like of a class setting or of a course that it'll be live. For the most part, I'll be doing it live. So you can have me, and I'm not going to just give you a course to go through or whatever. Now, sometimes I may have you to do homework. Then we come back together and we'll make it all happen. And then sometimes we can meet if you have any questions along the way and along your path. But however, I won't be doing them myself. Okay. Because a lot of times sometimes I think a lot of people don't understand the work is involved and you don't want to pay to play. You got to pay to play. You got to pay to not play. Well, you got to pay to get results. Whether you pay it with your time or your money, you're going to have to pay. So with that being said, I'm done with that. So yeah. So and then also a few more things to make sure that you are established with the presence of your social media. You know, having that presence, like being on YouTube, having a presence of being on some of these other platforms. So when the opportunity comes for you to get business funding, have a digital blueprint, yes, when business credit, they do look and see what are you doing, whether you have a website, whether you have something that can show that your presence is here and your presence is, you're a legit business. Yes, you need it. I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of you say, I don't like social media. I don't like to use social media. If you don't like to use it, you need to hire somebody that does. But it can't be an option for your business, okay? Not in 2025. Social media is not going anywhere. These technology is advancing. AI is getting, solo. I think it's Soro. New technology just came out, learning how to do videos. I got to tap myself into that and see how to use that for my business myself. And I'm pretty much using a lot of technology in the things that I do, and it makes your life so much easier. It makes your business life so much easier. You have to pay to play. You have to pay for some of these services that are out here that's going to help your business. If you don't like doing them, may have a young person that you know. You may have a child. Yeah, thank you. So she's agreeing. Master Healing at Home is agreeing with me. It makes your life so much easier. Just like, say, for instance, with me, I'm on my StreamYard here. I'm on TikTok and I'm on Bigo, and also I'm on Facebook. I have 3 or 4 Facebook pages. I have 3 or 4 Facebook pages. I have my business page, my personal page, and then the group. I have a group page that I'm all streaming live on all of those right about now as we speak. And with StreamYard, it's like $49 a month, and I'm able to simulcast, record. Got my little camera here. I've had that for a while, and I need to get me a mic. I need to get me another mic. I got, this one here, but I'm gonna get another one for my phone because I'm gonna start just streaming a little, when I'm in the car a little bit. Those are some of the things that I'm planning for 2025. And I don't know whether a lot of you have already or not. Start thinking about your 2025. Start thinking about what am I going to do with my next year. Have you started just even sitting down, just maybe an hour or two? Have y'all thought about it at all? Have y'all over here over here? Have you really thought about what am I going to do in 2025? What are some of my goals and my plans? Have you thought about it? Have you Have you just thought about what are the possibilities for you in 2025? Have you? Have you? Hey, Jackie Allen, hello. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, love. Yeah, so have you? Um, I mean, and if you haven't, you need to kind of start, because your year is predicated on you. The success of your year. Mm. So the 3 things that I will be focusing on in 2025 is helping you with government contracting, helping you with your business credit, and then your personal credit along the way too. Because and also I got something else free for you for that. I got the what? See, I have to look it back at my stuff because let me tell you, I create so much though. I'm like, wait a minute, what do I have? Let me go back to and I have to transform your credit free videos. I have some free videos for that. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 free videos. They're like a minute long. And it's explaining, it's mostly of an explaining the process to you. And if you have anything going on your credit, what you need to do. And the videos it's free just to help you to, along the way. And those are some of the things that I'm now, that's what I've been mostly doing lately, working on some clients with their credit, helping them with their credit. I'm not talking about all this trickery stuff that people are out here doing in the streets and just lying and doing whatever. And like I tell my clients, you didn't get in debt overnight. So you're not going to get your credit straight overnight. It's a process. It takes time. It takes time getting those things correct, getting those things off, knowing the rules, knowing the laws of you getting, if something is not accurate on your credit report, yes, legally they need to take it off. Some places that they say that is, required. They've pulled your credit from, but they don't have permission to pull your credit from there. You got to know the laws, know your laws. And so that's what I use to help them to get their credit, get some things off their credit. Not saying that they don't owe them. And there's certain things as if it's been on there for over 7 years or sometimes less than that. And everything ain't 7 years on your credit report that can be removed. Maybe some of you didn't know that, but everything doesn't have to be on there for 7 years. So those are some things that once you learn and once you know, you can kind of, get it together. So I'm just saying. So anyway, with that, like I said, the three things I'll be working on next year: the government contracts, the business credit, and, growing your business that way, the grants and some of the loans and just going to see what this new administration is going to put down, bring down the pipe for 2025. And then back to what I was saying about your softwares. A lot of you have so many gifts and skills. And for those that are listening to the replay, if you've been here this long, thank you for being here. You'll have so much to offer the world. And what I also was going to say about this too, what I'm doing, I got the Opus. I'll be clipping it up, breaking it up, and using it for shorts. Because when I do the shorts, and then I can set the timer. I can set it. I don't have to just post them myself. I can automate them. So technology is going to be to your advantage next year. I'll probably, once I download this or whatever, before I go to bed, I'm going to probably do it tonight. Y'all may see a clip of this up tomorrow, but I am just saying I will use the technology that's right here before my face, right here before me, and giving you the information with my gifts and my talents that I am here to, I'm intentional with. I'm being intentional, and I'm speaking to you on the things that that I said I was going to share with you tonight. So your plans for 2025, above all plans, is very important. So that's what we're talking about, your plans. We're not talking about anything else. We're talking about what you need to be doing, your plans for 2025. And one of the plans should be starting a business. And a lot of you maybe are not ready or in position to start a business, but I'm just giving you some tips and tools. I'm giving you some information of what you should do in order to get ready for 2025. And that is getting your credit together, whether it's personal or business, knowing and knowing how to make more money in that business that you start. So learning your skills, having your skill set and learning this technology and using AI, because it's not going anywhere. And if you can't do it yourself, you got Fiverr and you got Upwork, you got a few more other platforms. Hire somebody to do it for you. You can't. And then once you think about it, once you build your business credit, you can build your business credit. And then you can pay these people You can, so there's ways for you to not make excuses of having more for 2025. There's so much you can do. So much you can do. And if some of you, this is your first time hearing me, I have videos all over the place. Listen at some of the videos. I explain to you some of the things that I, do. Go get the other free resources that I have on the business credit. I have something on your personal credit too. I have that course on your business credit. I'm sorry, it's $47. It will be $197, and it's worth more than that because I added some other things to it a few days ago. So go and get that. You can go to pushtodream.com. It's there for you. You can get even the free resources, how to set up your business legitly. That will set you up for you to establish your business credit. That's going to set you up for all of the other things. And then even the one with the business plan, in order to get those grants and the government contracts, somewhat government contracts, but like I say, you need to plan that for yourself, and then getting some of having getting your business credit built and having that business plan is going to help you out so much. You'll thank me later. Your business plan, just establishing yourselves, and then all kind of ideas is going to come to your mind. Once you sit down and really write and sit down and plan your own, plan it out, all the ideas that you want, so many more ideas is going to come to you. And I think a lot of us, we sell ourselves short. We sell ourselves short because we don't want to do the work. Just don't understand it. We want things, but we just don't want to do the work. And we can make up all kind of excuses. And I think it makes it sound like it's so sexy. Oh, I was on I think we like hearing ourselves talk sometimes. We like hearing ourselves talk. Yeah. In case in point, I still do hair somewhat. I do hair a little bit still. And a lot of times, some of my clients, they just always want to be specific, especially what they always be late. And they always walk in with their excuses of why they're late. I said, one day I'm going to turn you around, and then what you going to do? But it's so funny because, the human behavior is predictable for the most part. Y'all know that. It's predictable. And until you expand your way of doing things and change and, reorganize and restructure, y'all, we're going to always, me included, we'll always get the same results. I'm not no different. It's just it's just a rule. This is a principle. The principles stand for everybody, and the rules stand with everybody. During my lives about patients who say they're ready to learn about diabetes to get help. However, however, when it comes down to doing the work, they give up. Yes, exactly. Master and healing. Yes. And my things, let me tell you, I had a doctor's appointment, mastering healing at home. Had a doctor's appointment a few weeks ago, and I told him, I said, he got me on some temporary medication, and I know he didn't believe it. I said, oh, I'm getting off this medicine. He said, yeah, yeah. He did. He didn't even say. He probably want to keep. I'm sure. And we ain't gonna get into that conversation, but he want to try to keep me on it. No, I said, I'm getting off this medicine. I told him right in his face. I said, oh, I said, yeah, I'm just going to change my diet. I'm getting off this med. Mm-hmm. We have to speak into our own lives. We have to speak those things that we want to happen. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I sure did. I told him. And I can tell in his voice that he was like, okay, whatever. Not that he didn't believe me, but he didn't think that it was going to come out of my mouth. Yeah, he didn't think that. Mm-mm. No, sir, you were not. No. And I told him, I said, yeah, I need me a juicer. I said, I'm going to start juicing. Because I think on another live, I was telling y'all, I'm going to buy me a juicer for my Christmas present. That's what I'm going to get myself. That's going to be my Christmas present. And I'm going to be juicing. Because see, a lot of people don't like I drink smoothies a lot in the mornings. And sometimes I don't really eat a full meal. Since June, I've lost 20 pounds. I mean, y'all probably can't tell it from me sitting now, but I've lost 20 pounds. I was like 171 during June, and now I'm like 149, something like that. So that's what, 20 pounds? Well, is that 20? Yeah, it's about 20 pounds. Yep, not 20 pounds. All in the right places now. Yeah, and because I've always been small, I just don't feel right being I don't feel right being heavy. Well, not heavy, but I don't. Yeah, I just I like being slim. Hey, and I want to be healthy with it at that. So I take my take my health seriously, and all of us should do do the same. And I know a lot of us, like, because at the end of the year we go and make these health goals, like getting doing our exercises, and we don't keep up with them. by by February 1st, we've gone back to the way we used to be, the way we used to do it. So I think we need to take ourselves serious. Yeah, and learn more about our health, because our health is our wealth. Our health is it's the lifeblood. What you say now? Let me see. What? Yeah, no, you're right. Most don't believe their patients. That's because they know most people can't stay disciplined. The lack of information and breakdown make it hard for patients to understand how systems work. Yeah. So do you teach that? Do you teach that a lot? Of Yeah. We need to know, mm, understanding. Knowing how our body work and our system work is it's so important. It is so important for us to know. Yeah, it really is. And a lot of us don't know our own body. hmm Mm. A lot of us don't know our own body. Yeah, yeah. I notice now that I need less sleep than I used to. I notice that about myself. Yep. And then I guess that's happened within the last 6 months or so, that I need less sleep as I used to. Yeah, yeah. And see, I teach diabetics about diabetes and associated complications on my platforms, including medication, so they can understand how to help themselves. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Well, yeah. They told me what does pre-diabetic mean? When they say a lot of, what is the borderline of somebody being diagnosed pre-diabetic? I know it's your AC1 levels, but how can you keep that down? I'll wait for you to answer that. That's something I want to know. I hear people say that, a few people say that quite a bit, and I just wanted to know what was that all about. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let her answer it, and then you probably need less sleep because you've been working your body internally. Oh, hmm. I didn't know that. Okay, learning something new. Okay. Hmm. So the more weight that a person have on them, the more sleep they will probably need. I'm asking that question. Uh-oh. Would that be a part of it too? All right. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, you have more energy. Can you clarify your question about prediabetes? Oh yeah, I just wanted to ask you, for as, being a pre-diabetic, when the doctors say you're pre-diabetic, what are your chances of going on over being a diabetic versus reversing that? Is it kind of like changing your diet totally for certain foods, I'm sure. But I mean, do you need to increase your exercise with that in order to make sure that you don't cross over, or go over? And maybe I'm using the wrong medical terminology, but I think that trying to clear it up a little bit. I just wondered about that. I just always wondered about that because I know a lot of people that are pre-diabetic. I just wondered. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah, weight plays a huge part on energy. Yeah, yeah, definitely. You're right about that. Mm, yeah. And I was listening to this. Somebody had it on Instagram and saying this doctor. I think she's saying they were trained in medical school on, you know, medically taking care of patients, but they wasn't trained on nutrition. Yeah, nutrition is very important. Are you able to go live with me? See this out there. Oh yeah, I sure will. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see. I will. Let me see. I can send you a link. Let me put a link in the. Let me put. I think I can back window you a link. Hold on one second, and then you can come on live with me. Hold on. Let me invite you. Hold on one second. I surely can. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Let me see here. Private chat. Um, Let me go to your. I know what I can do. Just stay put. Let me see something here. I'm going live. I'm gonna send you this. I think I know how to do it, but I haven't. I haven't. Yeah, I'm live, and let's see. I'm trying to see. Can I put? I know I can do it. I can do it. All right. I'm just gonna paste it right here. If you see can you see it? Yeah. All right. Comments. Okay. I see. You don't see it not yet. I put it in the comment. I put it in the comments. Let me see something here. I may be able to do. No, that ain't it. Look and see. I put it in the comment. Well, maybe if you don't see it yet, let me put it down. I'm finna put it up under my YouTube one. Hold on one second. I'm finna comment under my YouTube channel. Okay. Let me go to YouTube and then I'm gonna put it up under that one. Okay. Let me see some. I'm gonna try edit and then I'm gonna go to my description and you'll see the StreamYard link there. That's probably the only way. That's probably the best way I can do it. Just check it out right now. I just put it in there under the comment description in the live broadcast. You'll probably see it up under there. And I put the link there. And then I can accept you. So it's not. I can always remove it when we get off here. So, but just to allow you. So I think that's how they say it's more than one way to skin a cat. But still got, hey, y'all still over here watching us. Yeah. But this is a good conversation. I really like this. I hope she can come on up. But it's gonna take a minute. But yeah, but okay. I mean, like, yeah, okay. Hopefully. I just, yeah, hopefully she can get it. But let me finish saying what I was saying as I'm waiting on her. Hopefully she can get it. But, you know, in this life, we have so many choices, and we have I mean, I know I have seen so much opportunity these last, what, 10 years. I mean, it's like the whole landscape has changed for the better, even with, things used to be so much harder, marketing your business. Now you can get on the social media platforms, and you, well, they're collecting your data, but it's kind of like free to you. But then a lot of people get so hung up in themselves because they don't have a certain amount of likes. They don't have this. And I think it's just an ego. It's ego then too. It's low self-esteem. I feel somewhat, because a lot of people are just they're chasing the metrics. Just get out here and do what you do. Put it out. Put your business. Put it out here. Oh, look at my. Oh, look at there. Put it up here. Put it out for you. Put it out, and don't worry about who's not. I'm searching for your comment on the description. But they still can't locate the link. You can't. Oh man. Ooh. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I sure want you to join me. Let me see. Can't post on this today. Can't. Okay, let me see something here. All right, I'm gonna post it right here in this comment. Be a strategist, Sandy. Do you see? Be a strategist, Sandy. I made a comment. Actually, it's on all three of them. See, do you see it right there? When in the comment section on YouTube somewhere, it should be on the comment section. Comment section. I hit it. So I think that I think it'll show up on that now. But yeah, so, and it's like you can do, and then you can do all kind of things. You can do faceless videos. Um you can do faceless videos. You can do, if you don't want to show your face, if you're not comfortable, you can hire somebody to do whatever. Yeah, there she go. There she is. Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think it's hers. I don't know. She got to hit it again. Come back on, because I could see you. I could hear you, but I don't think you could hear me. So check your volume on your phone. Okay, yeah, I could hear you. Because I brought you on, but I could hear you, and I can hear yours, but you wasn't saying anything, so I don't think you could hear me. So try it again. And maybe in something with your connection, or your mic wasn't. I mean your mic, something wasn't on yours. Try it again, because I can accept you. You came through over here, but I don't know what happened. But you can use that same link to try to come back on. That'd be good. Yeah. So we can talk about that. Yeah, I would like to sit and talk. Yay, they should go again. All right. All right. How about that?
So much better. How you doing, ma'am?
Hey, yeah, all right. We weren't gonna be defeated tonight. Yeah,
I
well,
heard that. I'm telling you.
yeah, nice to meet you. See, this is
You
what I'm talking
also.
about.
You
Collaborating.
also. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm glad I was able to find your live tonight. I just put up my algorithm and I seen you. I started supporting your platforms not that long ago when I followed you when you came across my algorithm, but I never caught you live.
Oh, okay, yeah. And I was like, I wasn't gonna do it tonight. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it because I'm not even sleepy. And look, I shouldn't be showing you this, but I'm drinking. Look, drinking something I shouldn't be
I seen
drinking.
it earlier when you was drinking and when you was talking about you had pain in your calf. I said, look, that's the nurse in me wanted to get on you, but I said, I gotta stop doing that because I be trying to be on here, be everybody's mother, and I can't be doing that. But I know exactly what you're talking about. As soon as you say that, and then as soon as you had your drink up, I said, now she knows she ain't supposed to be drinking that.
I'm telling you, I should look, and I'm a water girl. I should have been drinking some water.
I'm telling you, I hear it all the time. And that's one of the things I try to tell people, my patients, and even individuals on my platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for people that like to drink what they love to drink, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you've been doing it for years. But you
Mm-hmm.
just literally have to start off small because
Mm-hmm.
what we don't realize is
Mm-hmm.
that just like you were saying with the credit, it didn't happen overnight. It took
Mm-hmm.
time and then it built up
Mm-hmm.
to where you are now. It's the same thing with your health, you know.
Yes.
But if you are pre-diabetic, it's definitely, as well as diabetes, it's reversible. It's just
Mm-hmm.
people don't want to do the work, and that's what's hard
Mm-hmm.
because we're stuck in our ways. It was
Mm-hmm.
funny that you said you told your doctor that and then he gave you that look, and I was saying, yeah, because a lot of them don't believe that patients will come back and do something different. So your HbA1c cell life is no more than 120 days, 90 to 120 days, which means um, that's why they tell you, I'll give you 6 months or 3 months. And when you come back, you know, they want to see a difference because they don't always want to put you on medications first. They want to know that you took what they said seriously, started
Mm-hmm.
exercising, changing your
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle. That
Mm-hmm.
way you have new cells that have been formed, and
Mm-hmm.
the hemoglobin that's attached to
Mm-hmm.
the glucose that's attached to the hemoglobin have died off, and now you have new cells, right?
Wow.
And so
Okay.
this is what I do on my platforms each week. I go into the breakdown of it all because generally people are taught and
Uh-huh.
told just the basic simple information. Well, that's not
Wow.
enough. Telling someone stay away from pasta, cut out the rice, cut down the soda, cut out the fatty foods, that's
Mm-hmm.
not enough, unfortunately. And so what I teach people as well as my patients is the
Mm-hmm.
breakdown of it all so you can understand that sometimes, even with you doing that, depending on what your other
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle habits are on a day-to-day
Mm-hmm.
basis, certain medications that you're taking, if
Mm-hmm.
you aren't exercising, if there's physical restrictions, if
Mm-hmm.
you have high blood pressure, how all these
Mm-hmm.
things can still put you at risk for being a
Mm-hmm.
diabetic and still trigger cardiovascular disease, because I want you to know the breakdown of it.
Right.
That way you can learn and retain something from it, because just saying like there's carbs, there's calories, and dang near
Mm-hmm.
everything that we eat. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people will say, oh, well, I have a lot of my patients, I have some that they've been trained to believe that the quote unquote diabetic friendly foods are the one to consume,
Mm-hmm.
when sometimes it's really not, like that's not the case, because
Mm-hmm.
anything synthetic is worse in the body. It's not real. The body doesn't know what to do with it, and it's just like the
Mm-hmm.
extra calories, it ends up turning into excessive adipose tissue, which leads to fat, which leads to
Mm-hmm.
insulin resistance, which leads to
Mm-hmm.
cardiovascular disease, which triggers high blood pressure. You see how I'm going down this road of
Mm-hmm.
all these different symptoms that people can't understand where it's coming from. And
Mm-hmm.
so it you keep on coming into my lives like I'm coming into yours, and you'll learn something. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm. I will. I'm
Before
definitely
you
gonna.
know it, you'll put down those drinks that you love to drink.
Mm-mm. Oh, you look. I'm looking at it now. I'm gonna go pour it out.
You'll put it down because you'll start to understand what it's doing. And so a lot of times I go down a variety of different things on my platforms. I speak about medications, I talk about nutrition, I talk about how to read the food labels, I talk about how to work your glucometers, like everything pertaining to diabetics, diabetes, associated complications. I run down on my platforms because I'm a community health nurse. I'm a wound care nurse first.
Oh, wow.
Just to let y'all know, I love my wound babies. I love treating wounds.
Wow.
I make special skincare products for diabetic skins.
Oh,
and once
wow.
I started to learn how easy it was to heal diabetic wounds based off of what they were telling people, and I started to recognize that it goes further into teaching. If I can teach my diabetic patient how to heal themselves internally, then externally, we're going to reach what we're trying to accomplish, which is to heal your wound, because ultimately I hate amputations and my goal is to prevent them from on anyone. And so once I started to see that this is real, first off, I'm a believer in the Most High. And so I don't never do anything that goes against the natural way the body is supposed to protect and defend itself. And I always keep that in mind. And I believe because of that, that's why the Most High gives me has given me the ability to do what I've been doing years and years and years of helping diabetics in my community. You see what I mean? Yeah. And so I just wanted to take it on my platforms to really reach diabetics, to get them to get the real help. I don't know what other people are out there talking about because I just don't have the time to research a lot of what people are doing at their platforms. And the Most High told me not to care about it. You get on there and do what I tell you to do. And so I don't spend my time doing that, but some of the things that I have come across, just because that's what I talk about, so on my algorithm, that's what it feeds me, right? A lot of it is like, okay, that doesn't make any sense, but the average person that doesn't know all these things will believe what someone is saying. So I really dedicate myself every single week, and I've been doing so for years on my platforms, to go live, talk about different topics, and I do this Monday through Friday. I used to work 7 days a week, seeing patients doing wounds, and then eventually, after years of doing that, not really having any days off to spend with my family, I started taking the weekends off and working Monday through Friday. But I still dedicate my platforms to everything diabetics, because those are my babies. Those are my, I know a lot of people don't, I don't know. I don't, you know, some people are into fashion, some people are into all kinds of things, right? I really have a passion for diabetics. I really have a feel and a heart for diabetics, because you know, unfortunately, a lot of our family members, a lot of individuals will die because they're not getting the real information, the breakdown, and that's really what people are missing. But it takes, of course, a while to get through to people, because you know, people love what they love doing, and when it's time for a change, it's hard for some people. So I'm empathetic to that degree. I just don't like when people come with excuses. You know, that's my only thing. I'm very patient. I just don't like when it comes down to excuses, because I feel like if you really want it bad enough, you're gonna do what you have to do. And unfortunately, I see diabetics when we come out to y'all houses as home health nurses. When we come out to y'all houses, it's already bad. We're not coming there because it's good. We're called there because we have to teach you the disease process. We have to help you with medication management. We have to take care of your wounds. We have to make sure the antibiotics are administered, you know, appropriately and how they should be. Like, there's a variety of reasons why we come out. We have to teach you nutrition, all of that, you know. But when we come out, it's not because it's a good thing. We're trying to keep you out of the hospital. So once I started to see, from seeing patients that didn't have insurance, the hospitals will only allow us 2 visits to see each patient. That's not enough time for me to really educate somebody. And so that's what really moved me to really get on my platforms and really get the message out there, with the hopes that many people that need to hear the information will hear it. And I do it every single week. So to answer your question, if you are pre-diabetic, you know, continue to do some of the things that you've been doing as far as exercise. And like you said earlier, you changed your eating style and all of that. But I would go in to ask you, a little bit further, is your doctor asking you to write down your glucose sugar levels every single day? Are you supposed to, check your finger prick yourself every single day and write them down on a notebook? Are you supposed to monitor your food? Did they just say take metformin or take what is it called? Oh, I can't remember the name of it right now, because there's a variety of different PO medications, and then come back, and then every 6 months or so many months they check your blood glucose levels. There's different things that some doctors do. So I want to stop for a minute and ask you, what are you supposed to be doing?
No, I don't have to do it. I don't take any of that. Only thing I'm taking is cholesterol. He just put me on cholesterol medicine, and I'm getting off that.
And you are pre-diabetic?
He said I was borderline pre-diabetic. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. So I want to challenge you to do this, and I really want you.
Challenge me.
Yes, please, because you'll be amazed. I have a stack of labs that I go through with my patients to educate them, because I see a lot of the lab nurses or the doctor's office nurses will write on there things are normal. And once I get them and review them, they're not normal, but they're sending people home to believe that some of them are within normal ranges. So what I do on my platform is I teach diabetics how to get your own labs and catch my live, so we can go over these labs together. And then I'm going to teach you how to pay attention to all the ones that matter pertaining to the particular diagnosis that you are dealing with. So this way you're not told that, oh, you're within normal ranges and technically you're not, or you are within normal ranges within that particular lab result. However, the other ones that also matter that can affect a certain organ or something like that, I teach everybody how to pay attention to certain things and then what you need to do. So I would ask for you to request your lab results, get a copy and a printout of those. And if you're on anti-cholesterol medications, probably a atorvastatin or some type of anti-lipid medication where you take once a day, you should be taking it at night, but sometimes I've heard doctors give it early in the morning. And that particular medication is just basically breaking down the enzyme that's used to help build cholesterol. Now, what you also need to pay attention to is your sodium levels. You also need to pay attention to your kidney levels. You need to pay attention to your sugar levels. You need to pay attention to your kidney levels and your liver levels also. So get a copy of your results and review all of those lab results, your latest ones, and then ask your doctor when are you supposed to come back in to take a new lab blood test.
I can pull up my labs. Yeah, I can pull them. I pull them up. I can pull them up on.
Oh, good. You're on my chart then. You have something like on my chart, and oh my God, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Because I always tell people, if you can't get it print out, go and start your account online. So when your nurse comes every single week, they can talk to you about this. They can review this, because it's so important for you guys to be able to know this. So
I am serious about my health.
I'm so glad to hear that, because you guys, I don't know who all can hear me that's on your platforms. I don't think people really take that seriously. And I see it every single day. And 9 out of 10 times when y'all come back, y'all like, oh my God, I don't understand how I got on these new medications. I'm not sure, I don't know why they put me on all this. Well, unfortunately, and I want to bridge the gap between healthcare and health workers, because a lot of people have had so many poor experiences. They're afraid to go to the doctor. Well, we can't do Google searches all day long and then diagnose ourselves.
Yeah.
We can't.
That's what they do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or they listen to family members or friends that say this is what they're experiencing, or people over social media. And it's like, oh, well, this is what I have too. No, baby, you need to go in and get your own blood work done. So you know what's specific to you. That's what's important. And then you need to be monitoring these things every single day, because unfortunately, you got to get that cholesterol up and get that going. You don't want those to be out of ranges for you, because if so, you're going to eventually have problems with the heart. You're going to have poor blood circulation, which could be a reason why you're feeling what you're feeling with the pain. you know, in your lower legs because there's poor blood flow. I know you
Mhm.
said you lost a lot of weight, which is a great thing. I'm proud of you for doing so. But in the mix of that, we could have also had, and I'm just throwing stuff out
Oh,
there. I
go
don't
ahead.
know because I'm
Mhm.
not your nurse to know, you know, like your particular
Yeah.
concerns, you know.
Right.
I'm just throwing some things out there. But once we have damage to the valves of our blood flow in our bilateral lower extremity, so down in our legs, unfortunately, this is going to affect the blood shifting back up, the fluid back up to the heart. And we'll notice that we have pulling. When y'all hear them say pulling edema or edema that's sitting in the bilateral feet and the ankles and the calves, or you have pain down there, it's called peripheral artery disease, which is a circulatory problem, right?
Mm.
And you don't want to have problem with the valves of your vessels helping shift the blood flow back up to the heart and the kidneys to, you know, get the fluid going where it needs to be going in the body. Because if that's the case, then we start having skin breakdown. We start having ulcers that we can't get rid of. We start having
Mm.
weeping fluid from our legs that we can't get rid
Mm.
of. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm.
you have to really pay attention to that cholesterol, what you eating on a day-to-day basis, you know, and things like that. Things that you're drinking.
Okay. I'm guilty. I'm glad. Look, it's a good thing. I'm glad I was drinking it tonight. So now I know I don't need to drink that anymore. I'm
Yes, ma'am.
serious. Yeah.
If you have a thing for a sweet tooth, right? Like every blue moon, you want something flavorful in your drinks. I'm gonna tell you, like I tell a lot of people on my platforms and also my patients. I know it may sound so like, oh, I don't want to do that. You guys have got to get used to fruits. Put some fruits in your water and let
Mhm.
that soak up as much as the regular, you know, fructose, which is
Okay.
okay,
Mhm.
right? And drink that. That is going to curb that appetite, which is also going to help a lot of diabetics with hunger, because a lot of times when we're eating 3 times a day, 2 times a day, we're overeating. We don't even process or digest food that quickly. We can't break, especially y'all that are eating meat. I don't eat meat, but I still
Mhm.
educate people about meat because I
Right.
understand a lot of people still do. I'm not
Mhm.
one of those vegans that put people down. Okay, I used
Mhm.
to eat meat too, and I was tearing that thing up because it was good with some good flavor and some seasoning. But I
Yeah.
understand that's why we eat it. We have to have
Right.
flavor over it, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
if you are doing that, you're not digesting food that quickly because the body can't break down that meat like that fast.
Mhm.
And just think about it, if we're eating multiple times per day, and then some of y'all aren't even pooping after every meal like how you should be, you're
Mhm.
backed up, right?
Mhm.
So when you feel like you're hungry, you're not hungry, get that water, drink that water, make sure you have your fruits in there for that flavor that you like from that juice,
Mhm.
and curb that appetite like that. And you'll notice, I promise you, if you detox yourself off of that, I promise you
Mm.
won't even be able to go back and drink it, because
Wow.
your body will be able to recognize the difference in the sugars and it will reject it. Please
Mm.
trust me.
I trust you. I trust you. It's a reason why you came on live tonight, for
It
real.
is. And
Yeah.
I believe every
Mhm.
encounter was orchestrated by the Most High.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
very grateful whenever I get the opportunity to speak to anyone. I don't like to put a bad taste in nobody's mouth, because before any of y'all knew this on my platform, I asked the Most High for this years ago, before I even knew I was going to utilize a platform to speak to people. I used to
Mhm.
say, Most High, once I healed my first diabetic foot before it was falling off and I got it to reseal itself back, I said, oh my
Mm.
God, this is real. And I started speaking
Mm.
to existence. Please, the Most High, send all the diabetics my way that need to listen and hear what I have to say so I can heal
Mm.
their wounds. I wasn't even, my brain wasn't even thinking about going over no internet. I was talking about working in my communities. And then
Right. Mhm.
years later, the Most High starts saying, utilize your platforms for this. So I
Mhm.
believe, just like how you just said, there was a
Mhm.
reason why I came on your live, because I
Mhm.
had never caught your live before, you know. But
Mhm.
as soon as you start talking about your calves, I was like, oh, let me get to her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
It's
And I
painful.
and I try to keep my feet out. Like at night, if I can't go
Mhm.
anywhere, I try to just make sure I move my feet. I do this like
Mhm.
100 times. I do it all the time, just do it, just to keep
Mm-hmm.
my circulation going on my legs too.
Yes, ma'am. And walking is always good. I always
Okay.
tell people if
Yeah.
there's physical restrictions, don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about it. You can combat diabetes in other ways, but you have to couple it with a couple of things each and every day and stay persistent,
Right.
stay disciplined, and you'll see the results. I have literally, and I speak about Miss Vangelis all of the time, y'all. She was a Facebook supporter of mine that came across my platforms just out the blue. She
Mm-hmm.
bought my diabetic logbook, and I
Mm-hmm.
started just reaching out to her, talking to her. We was talking, and I was educating her. That's all I did was educate her. Her
Mm-hmm.
doctor took her off of certain medications, decreased certain medications. They had never seen her numbers so low before. She started seeing results with her sugar level and her blood pressure levels literally 2 days later.
Oh, wow.
She could not believe it because she had been a diabetic with high blood pressure, cardiovascular problems for, I believe Mrs. Evangelist said, 10 to 12 years. And
Mm.
so they had never seen her numbers low like that before. She told me that her doctor said, "Who are you working with?" And she
Mm.
told me, I said, "Show them the book," because I don't go against any doctor's orders. I'm not nobody's doctor's or nurse
Right.
practitioner. I'm a licensed nurse, but I
Mm.
don't want that to put fear in anybody's head. I believe that if you educate yourself, you're gonna study what you love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you
Mm-hmm.
want to be knowledgeable in something, you're going to study it. And I research these because I don't do this on my platforms for likes or for views. I do this in real life. This is what I
Yeah.
do with my patients. How dare I utilize any of the options the Most High gave me in the wrong way? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So I always tell people, when Mrs. Evangelist told me her age, I think Miss Evangelist told me she was like 70 or in her 80s. I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
what, girl? She
Wow.
lost weight,
Oh, wow.
and I just kept telling her, get up and go walking every single day. She was
Mm-hmm.
walking with a walker. She ain't got no walker no more.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people feel like you have to want to do it, but it's possible. It's
Mm-hmm.
possible. So if you want to increase that blood flow, walk every single day. Walk 30 minutes a day. Don't just elevate your extremity, because a lot of people feel like if I just put you see where my arm is right here? They say if I just put my legs up, the same length as my body, then it should do something with the fluid, and that's not the case. Your legs have to go above heart level so the fluid can shift back down, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, we got to focus on making sure your cholesterol levels aren't high, because if you have high cholesterol levels, we got plaque buildup within the arteries. That's going to cause vasoconstriction. Anytime we have vasoconstriction, we now have other damages that are going to include high blood pressure. And one of the endothelial linings is there's dysfunction to the endothelial lining of the vessels. Now, I don't want to speak too foreign to y'all because some of y'all don't know what that is. But basically, one of the functions of the vessels is to prevent blood clots. And this is why a lot of y'all get blood clots down in your legs, right? Or you have that pain. Because when the body is dealing with vasoconstriction, right, and it's focusing on healing that area, its normal function of preventing blood clots stop, because now it's trying to heal the vessel so it can continue to do what it does. And this is how people get prone to blood clots. Well, if we get blood clots, as y'all know, that can float, that can like break off, and it can float up to the respiratory and cause all kind of problems. We don't want that. So as much as you could focus on reducing the fried foods, I don't know what it is that you like to eat. What do you like to eat throughout the day? I'm gonna focus on nutrition right now.
Oh, yeah. No, I just well, for the most part, I've cut back on fried food. I really have. I drink a smoothie in the morning time. That's what I do. And then some of my favorite food is, I think I may eat I probably eat a little bit more burgers than I should sometimes.
Okay, that was waiting for it to come out now.
Yeah. 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 But overall, though, I really try. And let me tell you another thing that I am doing more, and I don't really put a whole lot of meats in it. I love collard greens. I love to cook greens. I can eat them. I can cook a pot of greens and just eat them all week long. I really can. And I'm working on getting away from red meat as much as I do, because I don't, you know I, I do eat it, but it's nothing that I can say, oh, I got to have my red meat. That's not me, but I do eat it.
No, I
But I
understand.
can wean myself. Yeah, for my health, honey, I can do all things through Christ who
Do you
strengthens.
like fish?
Yes, yeah, and I do eat fish too. I like to bake fish. Let me tell you, one time I was eating more salmon. I think I need to. What about salmon? I was eating
Salmon is
salmon quite.
good.
I was
Just
baking that. I was baking that quite. I was baking that, and then I would eat I guess I shouldn't have been eating baked potato, but I was eating baked potato, and then I would have some spinach. That would be my, I used to do that like 3 times a week at one time. Yeah,
you like sweet potatoes or like yams or something?
yeah. I have some sweet potatoes in there. I was gonna cook them for Thanksgiving, but I didn't. So sweet potatoes is bake them and eat
You
that.
can bake that sweet potato as you would a potato
Okay.
and do that. Just starting off, you can do that as well. What else? The spinach is good, but you don't have to have spinach every single day because the vitamins in spinach, fortunately, our body is able to um, store the vitamins for that for a long period of time. So we don't have to consume that on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
But if you do have it, perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. As far as the greens, do you like kale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I
You
do.
can switch
hmm
it up and eat you some kale. See,
Okay.
I stopped eating greens, and instead of me making my greens, I make it with kale now.
Okay.
It's more nourishments.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
you can do that. And just a lot of people don't like kale because it's real thick, like meat and chewy. So you gotta like super chew it. But I
hmm
always tell people it's how you cut it down also. Don't cut
hmm
it big like how sometimes we do the greens, we leave
Right.
them kind of, you gotta kind of, in order for you to tolerate it, because some people they don't like the taste of it. So
hmm
we're gonna start small so you can kind of, gradually go into it. This way
hmm
you don't give up on it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. And of course, the more food ideas or whatever else you have, I'm sure if you catch my lives or anything like that, we can
Okay.
go over it some more and talk about the food. But your main thing that you want to do right now is cut out on that type of greasy type of fatty meat, because all of that has a lot of saturated fat in it, oily fat
hmm
in it when you cook it, and that's what's
hmm
going to clog the arteries even more, the reason why you're on the atorvastatin. So if you
hmm
want to get off of that, you have to make sure you eat more high fiber vegetables,
hmm
and eat more vegetables. If you like eggplants will be great. If you like avocados would be great, because this is going to help sweep away the bad fat out of the arteries.
Oh, okay.
And this is
Eggplants and
what,
avocado. Okay.
yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, did you catch everything that I said?
I got
Oh,
it recorded too. It's recorded.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
If I miss it, yeah, it's recorded. Yeah, I'm gonna save this portion of your video too. I'm gonna post this too. Yeah,
Oh,
so that
thank
other
you.
people can know. Yeah, so where other people can know. Yeah, and I got your information, and I'm gonna put it on there too, so where they can know. And yeah, definitely.
And
You have a ebook or anything like that that you have up?
I have quite a few things.
Uh huh.
I'm in the process of getting my ebook, as far as my Knowing Diabetes ebooks, to learn to teach you how to lower the diabetes. I'm in the
Okay.
process of getting that edited. I did complete it and finish, but I didn't want to put it for sale because that talks about everything that I know about diabetes, including wounds, everything. I've listed recipes because I'm working on a diabetic cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
I've also included my diabetic logbook. I don't know if you can see this here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is my diabetic logbook that I created for my
Okay.
patients, and they utilize, and this is what I created to help them. What I
Yeah.
tell people that join my live, if you purchase this diabetic logbook and you use it for 15 days, this is for people that want to have the help, right? The immediate
Right.
help before they go into their follow-up appointments. This is what you do, and you take this to your doctor so they can help you, because this is more detailed to what we need to be able to help you. And a lot of times when individuals say they go into their follow-ups and they're not getting the help, well, it's because you're coming empty-handed, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
telling us small basic things is just not enough. I want you guys to put yourself in somebody else's foot for just a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
And make them listen to you. You got to understand, you're not the only patient that they see throughout the day. They see hundreds of patients sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
literally, and they're not going to just remember your
Right.
information. So come in here prepared with this information on this diabetic logbook so they can get the help. Also, if you purchase the logbook by clicking the link in any of my bios, when you come to my lives, we can do exactly what me and you just did.
Okay,
See
got
how
you.
simple
Yeah.
that was?
Right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't embarrassing. It wasn't, oh, I
Yeah.
don't want to say anything because I don't. It wasn't any of that, right? You felt comfortable.
Mm-mm.
I want to make you feel
Mm-hmm.
comfortable, and because
Right.
I want everybody to know it's okay to not know and to not
Right.
understand. We don't know everything, right? But that's why the
Yeah.
Most High put us here to help each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
a
right.
closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't open your mouth and tell people where you're struggling in the areas of
Mm-hmm.
diabetes, how are your providers going to know to help you? They
Mm-hmm.
don't know where to
Exactly.
help you, right? So I tell people, if you purchase this diabetic logbook and you join my lives, right, and you've done everything that you're supposed to put in here,
Mm-hmm.
and we go over food and you have certain questions about food, I can help answer those questions during the live as well, just
Yeah.
like how me and you went over it.
Right.
I do have also a 3-day challenge for
Okay.
diabetics that are dealing with swelling and edema and they haven't been able to get rid of. That's another thing that they can locate in my bio by clicking
Okay.
that link. It's called literally the 3-day challenge. And
Yeah.
if you stick with it, baby, you're going to get some results.
Oh
But
wow.
there's a lot of, proceed before you purchase, because I'm not here
Right.
to try to rob and steal anything from anyone. So I make it very clear. If you have certain restrictions in your diet, this fast is not for you.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want anybody to say they paid and they couldn't do it. So I make it
Right.
clear before you purchase it,
Mm-hmm.
if this was going on, don't
Yeah.
buy
Don't do
this.
it. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah. But so what really caused? You said that the wounds. What causes the wounds for diabetic wounds? I mean, I know people that have them. I mean, I've heard of people that have diabetic
Huh?
wounds.
There could be numerous reasons: lack of blood flow to the organs, or I'm sorry, to the
Okay.
tissue.
Uh-huh.
Bed sores from the pressure of not getting the blood flow to the area. Because if you take your finger right now and you push in and you leave it there, right, and you
Uh-huh.
release it, you're going to see the blood supposed to come back to it. But if
Uh-huh.
all day long you're sitting on an area and it's not getting blood flow, this is going to cause breakdown on that area. And that's how we start with the ulcers and the bed sores and things like that.
Oh
Well, with
wow.
diabetes, we already have a low immunity depending on the scenario, and we already
Uh-huh.
have poor blood flow if it's unmanageable. And what I
Uh,
mean by unmanageable for individuals is if you're saying, at 9 a.m. you woke up, you were 158, right? I'm just throwing out some examples. And
right.
then you took your insulin, and 2 hours later you dropped down, or you ate, and 2 hours after that, you went up to 350, or you see how I'm throwing out all these different numbers. That is what we consider to be unmanageable, because believe it or not, you can literally eat something and it not spike your blood sugar up if you're eating nourishing food, if you learned
Mm.
how to take care of your body internally. And that's another thing I talk about on my platforms. You can literally prevent the spikes after eating, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we have all these different scenarios, just know that that causes internal problems with the blood flow. And if we have any type of poor blood circulatory system going on in our bodies, that contributes to skin breakdown and wounds, because we don't have adequate nourishing blood flow,
Mm-hmm.
oxygenated blood flow to that particular area.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And a lot of time diabetics are taking high blood pressure medications, cholesterol lowering medications, aspirin, 81 milligrams, what they call the baby aspirin. All those things is because, and you'll hear doctors say, I'm putting you on multiple medications. They'll say heart medications, right? But really it's all working on the blood pressure. Because what they're trying to do is relax these vessels so your heart is not overworking. And that's why they tell people, no matter what, you're supposed to take your medicine, take your medicine. Well, I teach a little bit different. That's why I give you the breakdown, because when we come out to y'all house, y'all don't be knowing, a lot of people will say, and I hope I'm not going off topic. Did
Go
I
ahead.
answer your question?
Yeah, yes, you did. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes,
A
you
lot of
did.
people will say, oh, my doctor told me no matter what, I need to take this medicine. Well, I can't tell nobody not to take their medicine, but I'm going to teach you what that medicine is doing and why you need to monitor your blood pressure and your heart before taking the medicine. Because if you're on 3, different blood pressure medicines and a water pill, aka Lasix or furosemide or something like that, all of that works on getting rid of the sodium, and I'm sorry, getting rid of the water. Anytime we're getting rid of water, we're also getting rid of salt, which is going to drop the blood pressure. And so a lot of people are like, oh, I feel dizzy, I feel a headache, or I'm sleepy, or my blood pressure has dropped to this low. Well, this is now where I come in with my teaching, and that's why I teach people what it's all doing within the body and why you're having the problems that you're having taking the medicine, taking the medications.
So it causes the other symptoms, the headaches and stuff too. Yeah.
There's all medications have side effects, which is why I'm
Right.
so big on nutrition, because if you really want to get off of the medicine, you got to learn how to eat right.
Yes. Yeah. That's
I'm
what.
a little bit different. Some people will tell diabetics on their platforms that they are entitled to cheat days. You can't have no cheat days if you want to get off of medicine, because I'm not here to teach you how to stay on medicine. I'm here to teach you how to get off of the medicine, which is, if that's what you say you want, you're going to have to discipline through this time, because you can reach that goal, but your doctor needs to be able to see consistent numbers before they just take you off of medicine. And it needs to couple with adequate labs, results that are supporting what you're putting on this paper every single day. Otherwise, they can't just take you off of medicine because you came in there saying, I don't want to take medicine no more. You know what I mean? They're going to be notating why they did do it, and it's not going to be good. It's more so patient was non-compliant. Well, if anything ever happened, and this is what I tell a lot of people, and this is not to be, all pro, let's sue everybody in medical. This is logical truth, and I want people to understand this. You don't have a leg to stand on if you're trying to go up in court against a medical professional that have been charting on you every visit. You came in there talking about you weren't taking something. You're not taking this. You're not taking this. You stopped taking this. You don't have a leg to stand on if anything ever happened and you needed to sue. And again, I'm not trying to be pro suing any type of medical system. I just want for people to really understand that if we've educated you on the risk and the benefits of something, and we're seeing based off your labs and what you're telling us that you're basically non-compliant, how well you think that's going to hold up in court?
You're right.
So I always tell people, you have to protect yourself. I don't think that everybody in healthcare are bad people. I don't believe that. A lot of times we don't want to hear it. And it could be because it was bad news, right? And it goes in one ear and out the other. We still in disbelief. And then a lot of times, unfortunately, I do see patients where they don't want to change. It is what it is. They don't care.
Yeah.
And I can't deny what I see on a day-to-day basis dealing with my own patients. I'm not going to come on here on my platforms and act like everybody in healthcare is bad. No, we're not. It's unfortunate that you had a poor experience, but this is why I make sure on my platforms I help you reverse that way of thinking about us, because we're all not bad. But I need you to listen. If you want to really help yourself, I'm here to give you the accurate information so you can listen and really do something about it to change your outcome. Otherwise, your outcome is just going to be as poor as the next person's outcome if you don't make a difference. Because a lot of people think, just like many of us, I'm taking all these medications like how I was supposed to, and I don't understand why. Well, the medications aren't a cure. They're just to help make sure the symptoms don't get exacerbated to keep you out of the hospital. Unfortunately, they're not a cure. But if you are going home and you're still eating the same stuff, what you think the body can't handle all of that after a while? You understand what I'm saying? These medications aren't meant to cure you. They're only meant to mask the symptoms, to keep you out of the hospital from going in and out of the hospital, right? But if you're still doing the same thing without change, the body is like, well, girl, what you thought?
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to die out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you're not taking care of it. Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, that is yeah, that's look, that's quite a bit.
It's a
Oh,
mouthful, right?
yes, it is. Wow. You're right. Nutrition. We need to learn. We need to learn more about it. What is your Okay, yeah, Master Healing at Home, and that's your YouTube channel, right?
Mastering Healing at Home 3045.
304
Yes, ma'am.
3045. Yeah, that. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna put it on my yeah. I'm gonna put it over here on my TikTok and Bigo too. Master mastering. I'm sorry, healing at home.
3045.
3045.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, y'all make sure. Any questions? Y'all got any questions to ask? Yeah, Mary says she want to follow her. Yeah,
Thank you.
mastering healing at home 3045.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So she says she gonna, yeah, she's on YouTube. Follow her on YouTube.
Tell her thank you so much.
She said thank you so much.
And I hope she's able to join the live. I hope she's able to tell her family members, her friends, people that she knows is suffering from
Okay.
diabetes,
Got it.
suffering from high blood pressure, cardiovascular problems. I talk about as much as I can to help people on my platform so they
Yeah.
can get the breakdown of what's going on. So if you are on
Mhm.
medications, because I always say there's two different type of diabetics. There's the ones that don't believe that they could heal, so they okay with staying on the medications, and then there's the ones that they believe that they can heal, so they want to do everything that they can. I cater to both. I'm not here to discriminate or talk bad about anybody. We all have a right to live out the lives the way that we choose to,
Mhm.
and we all have a right to our treatment options. I just
Mhm.
want for you to be more consciously aware of what's going on. So when these new concerns and changes happen in your body, you're not out there floating around with no information.
Mhm.
That's what I make sure I always say on my platforms. I'm going to do my best and my hardest. If you open up and talk to me, I talk back. If I don't know, I don't have a problem with telling you I don't know. Let me research that. But
Mhm.
I only speak about what I know.
Mhm. Exactly. Yeah. She said she'll be there. Yeah, she's gonna. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. And something I was gonna ask you when you was talking earlier. I should have written it down because you was speaking, and I thought about something else I was gonna ask you about. Oh my God, what was it? Ooh. Um. Dog. Oh God, bring it to me, please. It'll
The
come
Most
back.
High will. Well, let me tell you something. I know if it ever comes back to you, you can always let me know later.
Yeah. Yeah. I will. Yeah.
All praises be to the
I'm
Most High.
sure. Yes,
Only.
this is yes. This was. I'm glad you came on. This was. Look at here. This was. Y'all don't have any more questions. Y'all have any questions for her? Let me see. Over here. They look at here. They quiet over here. They listen to what they quiet. They are taking notes. Yeah. Look, y'all better get them A1Cs together. Y'all heard what she said, right? Get it together. We got to take care of ourselves. Yes, yes, yes. We got to keep ourselves together. But my mom, she's a diabetic, but she takes her, she have to give her insulin or shot. But I don't, I get on to her about the diet. I talk to her about it, but I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna tell her about your. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna text it to her in the morning. Yeah, she's probably asleep now, but I'll text her in the morning and tell her you need to watch her.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I sure is. She said, how often should we fast? Somebody asked, how often should we fast?
You should fast realistically. I'll tell you that much. You should fast realistically. And I know that didn't give you a direct response to maybe what you were looking for. That's because I don't know all of your health concerns. So I can't necessarily answer that question
Right.
because I'm very realistic. So be
Mm,
realistic with yourself. If you've never fasted before, don't jump into something that you've never done before, hours and hours thinking that you can do it because your body is going to make you feel like you're dying without food. You take it slow, you take it easy, and you fast and what's realistic to you, what you know you can stick with. So what I mean is it all depends. Let's start simple. What are you most craving the most of? What do you go every single day telling yourself you have to have? Start fasting from that if you've never fasted before.
Okay,
Don't go in.
she said they have and they're 46 years old. They have. They
They
say they have
have
fasted.
fasted. Are
Uh-huh.
there other health problems?
You heard, are there other health problems? No meds. Oh, awesome. No other health
So,
problems.
so what is their reason for fasting?
What is the
I just
reason
wanted
for
to ask.
fasting? Yeah, you wanna make sure you wanna make sure that you stay. They typing and said no health. She said what is the reason for you wanting to fast? Mm, mm. Let me see.
Well, I'll say this if she can hear me.
Mm.
Um, if her goal is just to stay healthy,
Yeah, that's exactly what she texted.
okay.
You said it. You said it.
If that's the case, then she should focus on limiting how much she's eating per day and making sure she's exercising with that as well.
You heard that? Mm. Yeah. Mm.
For myself, I am a vegan and I
Oh,
don't.
oh, I'm sorry. He's a male truck driver. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was me. I'm sorry, Marv. Okay, he's a male truck driver. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, and let me tell you, if he's a male truck driver and he has no health problems, he has no, ask him, is he obese? Tell him if he's not, he has no weight problems. I'm really, really proud of him. And I want to give him his congratulations, literally, because I know that just from experience with other truck driver patients, it is really hard for you guys to be on a certain type of eating pattern or eating style, let alone with exercise, and you're sitting down for various of hours, which means the circulation is not that great. So on your truck stops, or on your breaks, or however it may be, however your schedule is, I would really focus on when you stop walking in whatever area you could continue to walk, because you need that blood flow because you're sitting for so many hours. And also, whenever you do go eat, I will focus on more nourishment instead of just quick meals and fast food type of things. You need to have more nourishments, vitamins in your food, stuff from salads, stuff from vegetables, because you also need to make sure your digestive system stays very healthy because you're not actively moving as much. So you don't want to get prone to constipation, because if we have food stuck in the gut, we get sick. And you need to have regular bowel movements. I don't care what anybody's telling you. Eat whenever you are eating a meal, you need to be pooping after that.
Yeah.
And drink your water.
And drink your water. You heard her? Yeah, I think he heard you. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yes. Get this education out of here and stop somebody else is asking crazy questions. You didn't get this education. He said he drinks get lots of water and tea. How about
Tea is actually perfect. I drink tea every day in the mornings, or when I get back from the gym, I'll drink tea
okay.
to help with good blood circulation, good blood flow. And I don't have my tea with any sugar, any honey. I drink it straight so I can get the benefits of all the herbs.
Look, I'm gonna have to try that.
I'm telling you, girl, you gonna feel revitalized. You talk about you got energy now, you really gonna be having that energy.
Yeah, black coffee. Oh, say you
Oh
said
no, he drinks coffee?
you said black coffee. She said, "Oh
No.
no."
We shouldn't be having any coffee, period. None of us. Don't let nobody tell you one coffee a day helps with the heart. Yeah, right. So any coffee has the ability to spike the blood sugar and spike the blood pressure.
Mm,
It
yeah,
increases it.
coffee.
I've
Yeah.
had a lot of patients after
Ooh.
they drunk that, their numbers were higher than what they should have been.
No
And this is
coffee.
them resting, not
He said,
actively
he
checking their
said no
numbers. This is
coffee.
while they're
Okay.
resting. Huh?
He said he said no coffee. He said that he said okay. Yeah, he's gonna stop drinking it.
Coffee's not, it's not good at all.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not in my personal experience or opinion.
Right. Yeah. But so you keep up the good work. You remember what she said, right? You wrote those things down, right? You wrote those things down. He said, yeah. He said, thanks. Uh-huh.
No
Yes.
problem.
Okay. Yes. He, uh-huh. Yes. He wrote them down. Yeah. This was a blessing. I'm telling you, you always have to follow the Holy Spirit. I'm telling you, you got to follow your mind, because I wasn't I said, no, I'm going to get on here late. And it was 11:11. I said, let me go ahead and get on, because I'm not sleepy. I was listening at some other stuff. I was listening at Wall Street Trapper talking about stocks and stuff tonight. And I was,
Oh, he's
it,
my coach.
oh, is he?
Yeah, I'm in his Trappers Anonymous class.
Are you? Yeah, I need to
Yes,
get in
ma'am.
Trappers Anonymous. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I like Wall Street. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
discovered him a few years back. Yeah, that's all
Mm-hmm.
right. Mm-hmm.
We was
Yeah,
listening to him at the same time on Tuesdays the day he go live. And we
right. Exactly. Yeah, I was listening at him tonight too.
Isn't that
Mm-hmm.
amazing? That's what I love about social media, how everything is in real time and I could be speaking to you and you from across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to really
Mm-hmm.
learn and utilize that for our
Mm-hmm.
benefits and
Yes,
really start getting out of this world what we're trying to get out of this world and not waiting for anyone to give it to us because
that's
we
right.
do have an upper hand on social media just being able to to converse like this and
That's
speak to
right.
one another and
Mm-hmm.
I think if we learn the power in that we can really
Mm-hmm.
go far with our own goals and what we're trying to accomplish and
Yes.
helping people across the world, in real time,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
these are
believe
things
that.
that we didn't have access to years ago,
They sure
you
didn't.
know, and
Yeah.
so I think that that's such a blessing. How funny that we both were listening to him at the same time. How
Yep.
funny
The
that you
night.
know of him and he's my coach. I'm in his
Yeah.
class. Like, that's
Wow.
crazy.
That
You
is.
know,
That is unreal. Yes, I'm telling you, that is.
that's
You
the power of social media.
yeah, the power of it. Like I said earlier, it's a free platform and we
Right,
just don't utilize it for the good.
right,
What?
right.
Yeah, planning above all plans, planning ourselves for 2025. We are definitely well, you have set me on the path of right. Yeah, of right. I'm gonna give you my my report. He says, so should he go vegan?
I can't tell him to change his diet or do something like that. That's something that he would have to make the decision for himself. One thing you guys are going to learn on my platforms, I don't tell y'all what to do. I'm not y'all nurses. I don't play like I'm a doctor or a nurse practitioner. I'm literally a licensed nurse. I'm educated the way that I am because I love what I do. I research, I read a lot, and my overall goal is to help my patients to be able to help my platforms also. But I
Mm,
can't tell you what to do. What I will do is educate you when you come on my lives or you listening to me and you ask certain
you make that
questions. I
decision.
educate and break it down just like how we did earlier. And then it's
Mhm.
up to you to decide on what's best for you based off what's going on. This way, I stay safe and protect my license because I can't tell anybody what to do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Give you the education and you make the decision.
Right.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, going vegan is not for everybody. A lot of people can't tolerate not having meat.
Hmm.
Some people get severe gastritis, unfortunately.
Really?
You have to have
Oh,
something to cope eating
right.
all of that fiber and all of those, vegetables. They have to have something to coat it. So, everybody's situation is different. That's something that you're gonna have to determine for yourself. But
Hmm.
if you tell me what you like eating, we're gonna go down a breakdown of it and I'm gonna educate you on all of it and then you make a decision.
He said he still eats some meat.
I just say if you're gonna continue to eat meat, you need to go towards the more leaner meats.
Leaner meats. Leaner meats. Yeah. Go through the well, they
Ones
leaner.
that's not gonna clog your arteries because overall what we're trying to prevent is clogging the arteries so we don't have heart disease.
Yeah. No artery clogging. Yes. And it's funny, years ago when I used to work at the hospital, that's where I started working in the cardiology floor.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, so I saw that. Yeah, I was a secretary on the cardiology floor when I
And it's
first started
heartbreaking.
in the
Yeah.
90s. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking. I've had a lot of patients that just passed away unexpectedly. They were here one week, one day, and then the
Mhm.
next they're not. When I worked in certain hospitals on the floors, I'll never forget this Black lady whose husband just came out of surgery, probably like a day before that.
Mhm.
Um, she was there, their kids was there, and they were just sitting up talking to him, literally. Um, it wasn't even maybe a couple of minutes, they stepped out the room and he passed away.
Mm.
Just that fast.
Mm. Wow. Wow. Yeah. It
I'll
just,
never forget her scream, like, "Oh my God!"
oh
I mean,
wow.
we had to give her that, you know what I mean?
Yes, right.
She's grieving at this point, but
Yeah.
nobody expected that. This man was literally just up talking, fine, no problem, nothing. Passed away. They stepped out the room maybe 5 minutes, and he passed away that fast. You
Oh my
know,
God.
so I just want us to take this seriously, especially, a lot of people just, I know a lot of y'all don't like to go to the hospitals and go to the doctors, but how else are you going to know what's going on with your body? Please don't do my family or Google searches or my neighbor said this. Oh, and another thing, I always hear people say they taking other folks' medications. Well, what the heck are you doing that for? And you don't even know what's going on with you. You don't even know if that you need it for that. Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, no way, Jose.
You'd be amazed at some of the stuff that I experienced working as a home health nurse.
Mm.
But that's why I like to come on here and give my stories and go very raw. I'm not cutthroat. I don't sugarcoat anything. Better yet, that's a better word. I don't sugarcoat anything, because you need to hear from experience from someone who's really coming out in these people's homes, telling y'all what we experiencing and what we're seeing and what we're dealing with. Because if it's something that you guys or your family members can relate to, then take from that and start taking, like, this could be your warning. You know what I mean? Take it seriously and start moving forward. But I don't want to hold you up. I know we're going to see each other on here later. It's late for me too, and I'm going to make sure my kids are in bed and get them going for school in the morning.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It has been a pleasure speaking with you, and I'm so grateful every opportunity the Most High gives me to be able to utilize somebody else's time, and I try to do it the best way that I can.
Thank you.
I appreciate you allowing me to just for your other members and your other supporters to be able to hear me. I appreciate you so much.
And they stayed too. Thank y'all for listening to what she had to say, and follow her too. Mastering Healing at Home 3045 on YouTube. Follow her, please.
Yes, ma'am. They're gonna see everything they're gonna see about diabetes on my tagline, my thumbnails. They'll see all of that. I have all kind of lives, a breakdown, labs, medications, everything that they need to know pertaining to whatever. I'm talking about it on my lives on YouTube for them to be able to watch.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah. And I'm gonna break, because I'm gonna break this up, the video up from the half of yours, and then what we talking about then, because I did the business side. So I'm gonna split it up, but I'm gonna post this on my channel, and I'll tag you. I'll send it to you on your channel too.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So you can share that, share that. So you're not on TikTok or any other platforms, or are you on Facebook?
Let me tell y'all, TikTok got a problem with me. I don't know what's going on. So my first platform with TikTok, I had almost 10,000 subscribers where I can get monetized, and they literally took my account from me. It's not hacked. Nobody's posted anything. The last thing is still up there from when I posted. I've done everything that they asked me to do to get back into my account. They won't give it to me. So of course that stopped me from going live. And this is why I tell people, when we tell y'all to click the link in the bio and join the communities, we're doing it for a reason, because sometimes you literally just lose access to your account and you don't know what happened. Exactly. That's what happened. So I restarted a new TikTok about a year ago, slowly post on that one. About 3 days ago, I literally can't get into, like, I'm in my page, I can pull it up, but I can't post videos no more. I literally, you know how when you go to do search bar and you search for, you're looking at the people's content that you already follow, and you have the buttons at the bottom to get back to your homepage. I have no access to my buttons. So now I can't even post anymore up on my new TikTok account. And I don't even know what's going on, but I've been like kind of giving up on TikTok. On Instagram, I am Unlimited Faith 05. I go live on there as well. It's Unlimited Faith 05. On Facebook, I have a page and I have an account that I go on. My page, my account on Facebook is Healing Space at Home. That's the account that I go live on. But if it brings up Healing at Home, all one word, that is my page. You'll never catch my lives on that. So I always
Mhm.
want to distinguish the two and tell people the difference. If you
Yeah.
want to catch me live on my Facebook, is healing space, no underscore, no nothing, just a space, and then at home, one word. And that's the page that I go live on. Then I
Yeah.
have fan base, which is healing at home for anybody that's on fan base. And then I have my mastering healing at home 3045 channel on YouTube. And I'm also on Threads, Unlimited Faith oh 05. So what I do is I try to share different content on all my
Mhm.
platforms because
Mhm.
eventually I'm trying to look into hiring a support team to help me.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
do want to be, especially when I want to take my YouTube channel and start interviewing um, into a whole nother arena of diabetes and getting people's stories out there. And I'm looking to hire a team to help me do so. But eventually, I'm going to show different content on all of my platforms. So
Okay.
right now, I do my best to show different content that you may not see on all of them. But yeah,
Repeat Facebook again, because someone had asked. Repeat your.
Facebook
Uh-huh.
for the account is healing space at home, all one word.
Mm.
And then for the page on Facebook, which you'll never catch my lives, that's
Mm.
healing at home, all one word together. So if you want to catch me on Facebook live, is healing space at home.
Okay.
But I'll tell you guys like this. If you go to my Instagram, Unlimited Faith oh 05, and you click that link in my bio, my other accounts are on there for you to see.
Yeah.
They should be.
Okay.
And if they're not there, you should see it
Switching.
under my Mastering Healing at Home YouTube channel. The link should be there.
Y'all got it in case y'all missed. Yeah. Yeah.
I would really like for them to go over to my YouTube channel if you are going to follow me, because I have different content that's coming to my YouTube channel that I'm not going to show on any platforms.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
once I hire a team and get going on, what I plan on doing on my platforms, it's going to be different content on all platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You give them what they need, because we definitely need it, especially in our communities. We definitely need it.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you this before you go. I know you got to go real quick. Like say for instance, someone's on dialysis, that makes it even harder too for them when they're, I'm just asking. It just came to me. Dialysis, that makes it the diabetes that makes them hard to keep that under control too, don't it?
It all
Does.
depends. I have dialysis patients that don't have diabetes, so it all depends. So with those type of patients, my goal is prevention to make sure they don't
Right.
have diabetes.
Got you. Okay. Oh, okay.
It all depends on the scenario and what other health issues and what they have
Mhm.
going on.
Got you. Okay. Mm. Wow. Well, yeah. Well, this
But
is
with
a.
dialysis and the diabetes, or with dialysis and no diabetes, let's say they don't have diabetes, you will want to focus on prevention to make sure they don't. You want to focus on that blood pressure because the kidneys regulate the blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to focus on hormonal health as well too, to make sure your adrenal glands and stuff are good because they're sitting on top of the kidneys.
Okay. Got you. I have 3 kidneys.
Wow.
Yep. I have 3. I found out when I was, probably 20. I think it was like 2001 or 2. I've had kidney stones or something, and then they did some
Those hurt.
X-rays. Yeah, and they did X-rays on me, and the doctor was laughing, and I was like, "What is he laughing at?" I thought he was somebody I was pregnant or something, right? And he said, "No, you have 3 kidneys, and I have a little. It's like a real small one, this growing on, hanging on one of my other ones. Yeah, but I don't think it was like, it wouldn't survive. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think I could, what I'm saying. It was so small that it wouldn't. Yeah,
Does
it
it
was.
cause you any type of pain or anything?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I mean, since that day, I haven't even had anything. He said it's rare. He says it's rare, but it happens.
Yeah, I was
And
just about to say that's rare.
yeah, he said that. He said it was rare, but it happens. And I said, can I please? I checked out the X-rays just to show my mom because I said she's not gonna believe me. He said, yeah, but I had to bring him back, and so I brought him back. I brought him back. But I wish years ago I would have been able to. You gotta get a copy of them. I didn't think, but just I just couldn't
It's
believe that.
okay. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't. A lot of people don't. But if y'all on my platform, y'all gonna always hear me say, get a copy of your labs. If your doctor say it's time for you to go in and do them labs,
Yeah.
get a copy of your labs. Any type of exams, anything that they perform, get results. Get a copy of them.
Yep, I got So like I say, I can pull up, the last ones. I just got my blood work done last month. But I'm glad you mentioned that to me too. So I'll definitely will be getting with you and hopefully doing, whatever one-on-one with you sometime. 'Cause I'm definitely gonna have you. We're gonna definitely connect on
Thank
on
you.
a yes, definitely. I'm definitely gonna use your services
Thank
to
you.
stay. Yes, ma'am. But thank you because you've already shared some things with me too. So so everybody have all the information, and if not, y'all can hit me up later and I can send it to you because I probably can share a few of them that ask for it if I can see where their question is too. I'll send you the link to her YouTube page. Yeah, definitely. Well, we know you got to get the babies to bed, and thank you once again, and for being obedient and sharing all of this with us tonight. I appreciate you.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
yeah,
Thank you so much. And you guys
yeah.
have a blessed night.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later. Bye
Take care.
bye. Take care. Bye bye.